It's time for The View, America. Half of Hollywood's hungover after the Golden Globes last night, and we're checking out how Tina and Amy went there.
And Sleeping Beauty just thought she was getting coffee with Bill Cosby.
How Clooney left them swoony, and who needs to ditch their stylist before Oscar night. And did Beyonce just drop a baby bombshell online? Is that a bump in the sand? What's up, Doc?
Their Total 10 rapid weight loss plan.
Find out why Dr. Oz has over 2 million people dropping a ton by joining his Total 10 rapid weight loss revolution. Plus, turns out there's more than one weird trick to becoming a YouTube superstar. And all week long, viral video sensations are showing off how they racked up millions of hits online. Share this. This is The View with Whoopi, Nicole Wallace, Rosie Perez, and Rosie O'Donnell. It all starts now.
Michelle Williams.
OMG, that was my song, Say Yes.
Thank you. And is that off your brand new CD?
That is off my brand new CD, Journey to Freedom, which features my girls, Beyonce and Kelly.
Yeah. Well,
that was so sweet. I was surprised. I didn't know y'all were going to do that. Seriously, thank y'all so much for that.
Thank you once again for coming and helping us out, because the lovely and talented Whoopi Goldberg still out with her back thing. We're going to hear from her.
Warm.
Yes, we're going to hear from her a little later. Nicole went to visit, got a little video of her in the hospital. It's very cute.
I feel like when she comes to, she won't be so happy that we're going to show this video.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. She's totally with it, fierce and ready.
Yeah, she's up on the meds, but you know what? She functions very well.
Very well.
Yeah. And our lovely Rosie Perez is rehearsing her Broadway play, and we'll be back next month. This is the lovely Michelle Williams, as you know. Nicole Wallace, our own Mario Cantu.
You know what I am?
What?
I'm your View booty call. Call me and I'll hit it.
Exactly right. We need someone. Who can we get? Mario.
That's right, baby.
And we love you.
Come every time somebody calls.
You know, hey, I'm here or I'm home baking scones. What would I rather?
What's the difference? Really? And the very funny, for the first time joining us as a co-host, Nikki Glazer is here, comedian. Great to see you. You're very funny.
Thank you, Rosie.
And I love having you
means
here.
a lot.
Okay, well, the Golden Globe Awards were last night. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. No N, there's no N in there. Don't add an N.
You changed it.
Don't add one if you don't need one, people. They took to the stage to co-host for the last time. I didn't know that. Is that true?
Yeah,
they said they're done. Oh, that's sad.
I don't know why.
I know, they're fantastic.
They went for it. They were like, oh, we're going to go for it.
Take a look.
Yeah.
Celebrate all the great television shows that we know and love, as well as all the movies that North Korea was okay with. Boyhood proves that there are still great roles for women over 40, as long as you get hired when you're under 40. George Clooney married Amal Alamuddin this year. Amal is a human rights lawyer who worked on the Enron case, was an advisor to Kofi Annan regarding Syria, and was selected for a 3-person UN commission investigating rules of war violations in the Gaza Strip. So tonight, her husband is getting a Lifetime Achievement Award.
In Into the Woods, Cinderella runs from her prince, Rapunzel is thrown from a tower for her prince, and Sleeping Beauty just thought she was getting coffee with Bill Cosby.
Oh. There they go. I like that. Yeah, I do. I think they're brave, they're funny, they're smart, and they do well hosting, and hosting ain't easy on those shows.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss them.
I am too, and they really went for it. They were like, this is the last one. They closed with the Cosby joke.
Yeah.
They closed with
And an impression, two impressions
of him. I couldn't believe they did it, but you know what? They're like, this is our last time.
Go for it.
No way is it their last time? I mean, they make, I watch, you know, wall to wall. Golden Globes is an event in our house. My husband gets the baby.
Really?
Oh, listen, I don't know a lot about the Housewives, but I love these shows. I love awards.
Did you have a favorite part?
Well, so I really loved, I have to say, when George Clooney got married, I was like, why is this such a big deal? It's a big deal because he fell in love. I mean, he met the love of his life, and I don't care if you're famous or normal. It's beautiful when you see that, and he won a big award. I think we have a clip of it.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. Here we go.
So it's a humbling thing when you find someone to love. Even better if you've been waiting your whole life. And when your whole life is 53 years, cue Amy, start the jokes. Amal, whatever alchemy it is that brought us together, I couldn't be more proud to be your husband.
Now that's sweet.
Sorry, that's adorable. That's why everybody loves him. And to find love at 53, even if you're a big famous movie star, I think that's awesome.
Better late than never.
Better late than never. And I hope to all the women out there, I hope that that is your closure, that you don't have a chance, okay? Just, you know. And
Well, she'll age, and then they'll have a chance. I'm just kidding.
Actually, she won't. I don't think she will.
I hope they bleep that. They will. Oh, they will. I almost said that.
But sometimes you feel so comfortable, it's like farting or burping. The F-bomb just...
Yeah, really. I apologize. I don't know why I said that. But you made me laugh.
That was the best compliment that's ever happened to me as a comedian, that you said that.
See, this is the moment, you guys.
okay.
Sorry, but that was so funny.
Comedians making comedians laugh, I imagine it's like the highest compliment,
It is,
right?
it really is. That was
Also,
that was
I
good.
just wasn't expecting it out of nowhere. Well, when she ages, I was like, ah! Oh, sorry.
Well, what do we think about Michael Keaton's speech?
Oh, that was
You know,
beautiful.
how
Very
the
tough.
I think we have
acceptance
that
speech,
too, right?
yes, as far as him and his son being his best friend, I thought that was, you take a look.
My name is Michael John Douglas. I'm from Forest Grove, Pennsylvania. I'm the seventh child of George and Leona Douglas. And I don't ever remember a time when my father didn't work 2 jobs. When my mother wasn't saying the rosary or going to mass or trying to take care of 7 kids in a rundown farmhouse. My best friend is kind, intelligent, funny, talented, considerate, thoughtful. Did I say kind? He also... He also happens to be my son, Sean.
No, it was touching, but I was confused.
He's 31.
He's
an adult son.
Look at you
I'm
crying.
crying.
I know.
crying.
First, I thought he was going to say, my best friend is my lover and I'm gay. That's because there was the pause, right?
That always happens.
Very dramatic pause.
I knew it wasn't that.
But what was the son
I
thing?
don't know. I mean, they've gone through something together.
Yeah.
Either the son may have had problems or he had some problems, and maybe as an actor and as a father, you don't feel like you're there all the time. That's a very common thing. So I don't know what it was, but it was, and it's like a game of Clue. You're trying to figure it out. It's very
We're
frustrating.
talking
I want to
about
know.
it today, so.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Did you know what I noticed though? You know, the air conditioning supposedly wasn't working too well.
They were all sweaty.
They looked so sweaty.
I thought it was my TV.
No. Between the spray tans, which are out of control, and the sweat, and they all look like basted turkeys. And he's like, what is going on?
It's the trend. Everybody wants to be dewy.
No, it's not. No, but last looks powder. They look sweaty, and I look.
They ran out of powder.
If I was Amal, I'd be regretting those gloves, how hot it was in
Don't
there.
you come for a mall now in those gloves.
I'm not. The gloves, I just...
Well,
they looked like a
but that's
last-minute decision because she was like, oh, I screwed up my nail polish or something. Like, I gotta throw something on.
It's very classic. They used to wear gloves all the time. The other thing I noticed...
She made them herself,
and
too.
that people were not in their seats every time they came back from commercial.
Yeah.
They were like milling around, and no one really... People had a joke.
But are these shows boring? I was thinking maybe they're bored.
Let me...
Are they boring?
No, they're running
outlet
around,
radio,
they're drinking,
You don't
they're
get to
running
see
around.
people.
The other thing is, at one point, they come back from commercial and they come out to announce Best Actor in a comedy, and Ray Fiennes, who is my friend and I adore, he's up and about, and they're like, and the nominees are Ray Fiennes and the Grand Budapest Hotel, and he was like, he tried to cover it. It was hilarious.
That was like Katharine Hepburn.
Yeah, he was like, what's going on here? I don't know.
And speaking of Catherine, Catherine.
Go.
They called my girl the red emoji, and I don't appreciate
Who's that? Who's
Catherine Zeta-Jones
I thought
in
she
her red
looked
dress.
stunning.
J-Lo looked fabulous
Stunning.
as well. If you
Although there was a piece of her underwire bra showing.
my
Yeah, I was like, there was
An underwire bra?
Oh, wait, if you didn't see it,
Yeah.
it looked... Oh,
There's
yeah,
the
that's
emoji.
beautiful. Yeah,
Don't
that's
you do
hilarious.
it.
Oh,
But no,
why
wait.
does the emoji have no face? What is that? What is that
because
blur?
they wanted to be anybody, I guess.
It's super pretty.
She
but there was
serves
a
all the
wire
time.
poking into her boob, and I wanted to reach through the screen and free her from the wire.
It's like,
It was poking.
I think lots of people wanted to reach through that screen.
I didn't notice it at all.
I
See,
did.
I didn't get that
You don't
gay
have
gene.
boobs. You don't have boobs. You know.
No, I
so
didn't get the
annoying.
gay gene.
What's up if you have
We
a
noticed,
boob?
and I
You
didn't.
noticed the
I
wire.
didn't see the underwire.
Oh, it's poking.
And what about Prince, who came out with?
Yes.
They
didn't
went
even
crazy.
know it was Prince.
Well, of course you know it's Prince.
trying
He
to
looks
make
like no, seriously. They went crazy.
They
for
did.
him.
They lost it.
Because he's brilliant, but he really does look like one of my Italian aunts. He really does. All he needs is the dolphin gold hoop earrings, coming down the staircase screaming, "What are you kids doing?"
I had to defend the musical legend.
Yeah.
He can do whatever he wants to do.
No one loves him more than me. I'm a comedian. I've got to get the joke out.
Freaked out. All these jaded celebrities, when he came out, they were just losing it like One Direction fans.
Because
it was
he,
crazy.
he is the One Direction.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was awesome.
What would you do if he came out?
I would say, want another lover with me? Somebody give me baby. All right, be quiet. We're going to take a break. We're going to be right back, and I'm not going to curse again the whole week. Don't go away. More Hot Topic.
He has huge shoes to fill as Christian Grey in the 50 Shades movie. So why does Jamie Dornan think he could get killed?
We are back. We forgot to congratulate Transparent, best show on TV. Even though it's not on TV, it's on Amazon. Way to go, Jeffrey, and way to go, what's her name? Jill Solomon. Okay, we're back with, you know who's here. And Whoopi is not. She is, well, she has a little message. Take a look.
I've had a herniated disc, which is something that has been so painful, it made me wish to have my period back again. It looks like my breasts are all over the place. This is because this is what they look like untethered. They're just, that's why I have to wear. They are free. I have to wear something on the top or people will be knocked down. And I know you can see it, so I thought I would bring it up. I'm back much sooner than anybody thinks. And I'm back stronger than ever.
Wouldn't it be amazing if she, like, took it all off and started dancing?
So I was there for almost 3 hours, and she was, you know, and she'd been out all week. We were worried about her. She was feisty. I mean, I hadn't even cleared the door, and she's like, I hear her. I hear her. You know, I was like, gonna tiptoe in. I mean, she was fiery, feisty, and hilarious as usual. So,
And she will be back next week, right? Yes, exactly. Well, good. We missed you,
Leaving the hospital today.
Leaving the hospital today, excellent. Well, you know, this weekend I almost went to the hospital. I was having very, very bad pains in my stomach, like my lower stomach, and I'm more on this side, and I'm thinking, must be appendix. Not that I jumped to conclusions or anything. And then I realized I got a massage, and she said, the woman said, all of your stomach muscles are in seizure. Did you work out your core? And I'm like, I don't work. Remember? On Thursday's show, take a look. I thought this was so funny. See me doing this? I did that like 10 times as a joke. Take a poop, reach for the sky. Take a poop. I thought that killed me all weekend. And that guy, I thought he was full of crap because he said, do this for 10 minutes a day instead of walking. I'm like, what a moron. I'll just keep doing it. It worked.
It worked.
Good. I think if I kept doing that, I would look like Pink in like 3 weeks.
You would. You would.
Are you going to keep up with it? Are you
I
gonna...
hope. I did 8 and I was in traction, so let's see what happens. But yeah, I don't work out too much.
Well, I used to work out a lot. I've stopped because I'm 90 now. Why can't you just take a pill and remain? That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
But
How
it's
did
easy.
you really thought you had like appendicitis?
I really did, because like there was one area, like, and I guess on those muscles that have never been used in my body, that are used when you do that squat, thrust, take a poop, reach for the sky.
I just fired my trainer because I realized I was paying someone $150 to just teach me new ways to hold an
gonna fart. Is essentially what a trainer is.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's one of the core exercises.
I mean, and you look awesome, so I don't know. I don't know if I would have fired him.
No, it was months ago.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, can I ask you?
They're all going out.
They're all out now. Wherever you shall be, let your wind go free. My Nana used to say that. Yeah, isn't that a nice Nana? Michelle, we're asking you for the inside scoop because apparently some people are thinking since Beyonce showed a picture of herself buried under sand that this was a coded message from Blue Ivy, Ivy Blue, that means she's pregnant. No, well, she's not pregnant, correct?
You know, when she was pregnant, people said that she wasn't pregnant, and you know, it's just no truth to it.
No.
Sorry.
She's not pregnant?
So she's not pregnant? Because that looks very symbolic.
First of all, if you look at the picture, the baby bump is like where her knees probably really are. So that's pretty, you know.
And didn't the baby just make a sandcastle? I mean, that's what kids do. They bury their parents.
Higher if it was. Look at the pictures.
But then we'd be saying she's gonna buy a castle.
All these conclusions. Just stop it.
Yeah, just stop.
Too many things.
All right, to switch to a serious note, how about what happened in Paris? World leaders united and marched yesterday to show support after last week's terror attack, and the U.S. is getting a lot of criticism for not having a top official present. I mean, shouldn't we have been there? It was like we are the world, but we didn't show up.
Someone should have been.
Why weren't we there?
There has to be a good reason.
I don't work for the White House. This is
But
the other
you
party.
used to.
But people need to understand that when the American president goes somewhere, thousands of people go with him.
Well,
and I don't know this for a fact. I'm just guessing. But I'm guessing that the White House decided that it would have taken away from this event. This event was exquisite. I bawled when I watched this. There was the leader of Jordan was standing in a line. He's a direct descendant of the prophet who was ridiculed in the magazine that inspired the terrorist attack, linked to arms with the Israeli prime minister. These were world leaders of all different faiths and political theories, and they walked arm in arm. It was really beautiful, and the crowd was made up of people, you know, Jews holding up signs that said, you know, I am Arab, Christians holding up signs saying I am Jew. I mean, this was an incredible event for the moment. You can YouTube it, you can look it up on the internet, and I don't think we should say anything bad about our own country or our own leader because he wasn't there, because I'm sure there were reasons.
Well, maybe
no leader didn't want to be there.
Couldn't Joe Biden have been there, and wasn't Eric Holder in Paris?
He was there, and we should have done a better job. We should have thought this through, but this really was a day about standing with France. I wish we'd been there,
What
but
about Johnny Depp? Somebody should have been there.
should have set up Johnny. Why was he there?
Doesn't it mean?
Listen, you could have been right in between Merkel, Angela Merkel.
I would have gone. Give me the flight and I'll go. And I speak very good fake French.
Go for it.
I do.
You could just start with je and then just blur.
On a serious note, I haven't said much about this, but you know what? This whole thing, that it was a comedy magazine, like a Mad magazine, it really plugs into the comedian in you and how I'm so afraid to tweet certain things because you can't read irony or sarcasm. You can't. Comedians are so. I mean, I'm afraid to say certain things because you get skewered for it. And look, this is much more extreme. They went in there and killed 12 people. But it's just like, really? It was a friggin' comedy magazine.
I'm scared right now to say
it's a beautiful thing that they
3 million people.
3.7 million people across France
marching. There was love. There was unity. I'm sorry.
Go back to my man Clooney. He said what I liked about this last night. In his speech last night, he said it wasn't a protest against something. It was for something. It was for peace. It was for freedom of speech, freedom to create humor over terror. And I thought that was a nice way to put it.
I was gonna not say this, but in the tone of just for comedy, if we could see that picture again, it just. Them all linked. It looks like the most intense game of Red Rover I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to call anyone over.
No.
Whose arm are you going to pick? Good. All right, you know, a friend of mine and a friend of Mario's, Taylor Negron, a wonderful actor, passed away. Mario?
Well, I knew Taylor for about a little over 10 years. You know who he is. He was Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Easy Money, The Last Boy Scout. And I just adored him. Nobody made me belly laugh more than him. I met him I met him before. We did this movie together called 3 Days to Vegas, which went right to DVD. And we were the subplot of this movie that had nothing to do with this movie. We were like a gay Thelma and Louise, and we would rob places, and then the cops chased us, and we went off the cliff together holding hands, and then cut to, it's like 2 feet down, and we're alive, and we're like, what?
Spoiler alert.
He was just, he wrote this thing in exojane.com just about, he said, after 30 years in show business, I've given up on the idea that people will know my first and last name together, and I've accepted that I will never, ever be actually famous. Instead, I am fame-ish. And it's, I relate to this so much because it's always like, are you that guy? Are you that guy? And he said about, and he could tell by the demographic of the person who recognized him where they recognized him from. As they frisked me at the NSA for fluids, and list my credits out loud, it makes me feel worthwhile and wanted like Norma Desmond at the end of Sunset Boulevard. And I can just see him and hear him looking down saying, please don't put R.I.P. Taylor on any social media because people will think Rip Taylor died.
Oh, gosh.
Exactly
Taylor,
right.
I love you and miss you, and you were brilliant. And
great guy, really wonderful. We'll be back with more Hot Topics. Don't go away.
There's a new bitch in town, and she's making her debut on The View next.
Don't put in negative things because the universe works with the law of attraction. You call stuff to you. Don't say it again. Okay, what do you guys think?
And don't compare yourself to John Lennon.
I know. Do you think he was really comparing himself?
No,
I think he just
could
used
have
it
said
as an
Selena.
example. Well, he could have, and yeah, he could have said
he could have used a different example.
I mean, what's the deal with these books? I did not read them. I mean, maybe I should have, but I didn't.
It's soft porn. It's an S&M bondage book.
But I mean, I think it says something sort of nasty about women. He thinks we're so unhinged that we're going to read the book and then go see the movie and then go get him. But I don't understand the point. I think we can separate our fantasies from the real life actor.
Talking about the obsessed fan. Look, it's scary to be out there sometimes. I remember, doing stand-up in Bryant Park in the mid-90s, and I literally looked out and just thought, I could be assassinated in a minute. This is terrifying. It's a little scary sometimes.
Maybe it was one of the statements that he just probably shouldn't have said.
Out loud.
Everyone says something.
Inside thought.
And you know what?
Inside thought, Jamie.
It is, but he's a model.
Okay.
And it's okay.
All right, there you go. Well, there is very big news in Nicole's family. She has a huge announcement. Do you want to tell everyone?
Yes. I'm not pregnant. I have a new dog. And she's the love of my life. This is my puppy. This is
Look
my
at the eyes of that
Look at this
puppy.
dog. And her birth parents are here, the breeders, Sean and Jacqueline Anderson. Right.
And again, it's called a Vichy Schwa.
And the real heroes are people who rescue dogs. I'm not a hero. I'm just in love with this breed.
How big is she?
She'll be like 40 to 50 pounds.
Oh, that's a good size.
And I have a 3-year-old son, and my other dog is the same breed and is related. My dog, Lily, you are number 1, Lily, always. She is 9, and she is this dog, Honey's great-great-aunt. She just doesn't know it. You'll get over it, Lily. You'll be okay.
And does Lily like the puppy?
No, not so much.
They don't like
but
each
it's
other?
only been a couple days,
be
and
nice.
she
You'll
might
have to be nice.
pee up here because she's.
How nice.
Yeah, I like it, but you're not licking
water.
Oh no! She's so smart. She's so smart. She's really
Never
smart.
call a kid or an animal. That's the rule in show business.
Would you like some water?
Congratulations. What's the puppy's name?
This is Honey.
Honey. Well, Honey, welcome to the family.
It's a Vichy Schwa.
It is.
Is she supposed to be doing this?
That's okay.
She's gonna pee in like 4 seconds.
Oh,
Okay.
great.
Okay.
Well,
Go
we're
ahead.
going to take a
Get
break.
out of my sleeve.
We're going to... Close to 2 million people are already on board of Dr. Oz's top 10 rapid weight loss plan. And here he is to show us how it works today. Please welcome Dr. Oz.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Great to see you.
As always.
Tell
Dr. Oz.
me, you know everybody. How did you come up with this, sir?
You know, we do our 1000th show later this month.
Wow.
And we get a lot of feedback from people. We've helped millions of people lose millions of pounds of weight, and they tell us what works and what doesn't.
Right.
And it comes down to some basic concepts. One is, if you're trying to get rid of fat and it won't come off, your body wants that fat there to protect you. Why does it want to protect you? Because you've got inflammation, you're toxic. So if we can get your hormones working with you, it becomes easy to lose the weight. The Total 10 Rapid Weight Loss Plan, and it does just that, helps people lose a lot of weight very quickly, is designed specifically to help people effortlessly go in the right direction. And you mentioned it, I'm very honored. Millions of people have downloaded. There's no fees, there's no meetings. It's just simple, sound advice that works, and we've got the tools to help you make it happen.
Okay, excellent, because, you know, a lot of people gain the weight back, 90-something%.
Yep, 96% gain it back. The reason they gain it back is because the plans are so difficult. You're like being in a concentration camp.
Yeah.
This is a plan that's designed, the first 10 days are a little bit tough, but after that, it liberates you, so you can do this for the rest of your life. There's no quick fixes here, but it does work, and it works over and over for millions of people.
Okay, other than all my joy, what do you eliminate? And I have to say, I watch you every day. I feel like I already knew all this. I just never put it all together. And other than Stevie Wonder, you're like the second biggest superstar I've met so far. I love you. I love him.
So there are a few things I don't want you to have. Refined sugars are a big problem. You all know that, but refined sugars sneak up on you. It's this in the bread you eat. It's in the packaged foods you eat. Artificial sweeteners don't work, folks. Please give them up.
Even Truvia and Splenda?
They're not artificial.
I mean, not Splenda. Truvia, the stevia.
Stevia is
but Splenda is artificial.
Splenda is artificial.
So what do you put in your coffee if you want something sweet? I stopped using Splenda, and now I'm using like raw sugar.
You can
raw sugar.
Raw sugar's not better than
Stevia
regular.
doesn't cut through the stuff. It tastes
Just
like
put
crap.
regular sugar in there. 1 teaspoon, 16 calories. It's not that you're not heavy because of the sugar in your coffee, but you are heavy because coffee is a problem because it takes you up and then down. It doesn't give you energy. It takes you energy and blasts it out for just a few seconds. By the way, in addition to that, I'm worried about a little dairy because some people have issues, so only the Greek yogurt's allowed on this plan, and alcohol is a problem because that's simple carbs and you disinhibit yourself. So that's what you can do.
I can't get loaded every night?
Not
What
anymore.
a bummer.
Now, in return, replace the coffee, start with this. This
hot
is
water with
and
lemon.
I do that every morning.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Hot water with lemon. You have to do it. It cleanses your system, right?
It does.
And it starts you going in the right way.
Gets the saliva going, and the other part is an old Ayurvedic tradition. It's very good for the liver. Start your day there and replace the coffee
It tastes pretty
with that.
nice.
Yes.
Replace it?
Replace it.
No, I will preamble it.
Just preamble's the right word. That's
Replace
right.
coffee with this?
No, the first thing in the morning you're gonna have this. You can have your coffee at 8 or 9 in the morning.
Good. I
Just
tried
don't take
this.
it first
Don't
thing.
do it first.
Before my coffee.
The hero for breakfast is right here.
Okay.
This is a smoothie. By the way, all these plans, all these tips are on DrOz.com. Please take advantage of it. These are simple plans that work well for everybody, inexpensive. Frozen berries or fresh, doesn't matter.
Oh, this is
the protein powder.
Whey protein?
I like whey protein, but egg protein's okay if you have issues with dairy. You can get rice protein, vegetarian-based protein. They all work.
And so Dr. Zinzenko was here on Friday, talked about plant-based protein. Is there room for both of them in your diet?
Oh, yes.
Could you switch off in your
You
smoothie?
can use any protein powder you like, but you want a scoop of it because it's got 20 grams of protein.
Okay, and that's the number you like.
You will
like
win
20?
with protein.
Now, you're not worried about the sugar in the fruit?
No, if it comes with real nutrients, I don't mind. That's why it's not hard to do this. If it's natural, it's real, you can do it. Now, protein also comes by in lunch and in dinner. Right. You can get eggs, salmon, any protein source, but the main grain you're going to have is quinoa. Why? Because quinoa has protein in it. And people don't know how to pronounce it. They don't know. It's a simple, easy thing to make. Make it the way you make rice, and it can be pretty plain. Now, come on over.
It starts with a Q, just so you know.
Yummy. Yummy.
I looked it up with a K. It's a Q.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and now this is our vegetable table.
You can eat as much food as you want, as much food as you want. Let nothing hold you back. The thing you're going to drink most of the day is this vegetable broth. Again, I'm giving you a 10-day program.
Good?
Yeah, please taste it and be honest about this. And watch their faces, by the way. Forget what I'm saying. They will tell you in their facial expressions if they like it or not.
Yum.
Well, you did that on purpose.
I did. I was waiting for my single like a professional. You saw me earlier.
I mean, if it'll make me look like
here's
you,
the
I'll
thing.
drink it.
When you have vegetable broth in between when you're hungry, it turns off a lot of your cravings and it fills you up. So it is a very good trick to help you.
And it's hearty.
Do you do it? Do you do that?
Yes, I sometimes have vegetable broth. I also had surgery, the vertical gastric sleeve.
Which is...
I had to do it because I was near death. I had a heart attack, and I had 100% blockage of my LAD. I think if you have no other choice and you've exhausted all other options. It's a wonderful medical advancement.
And one way of effectively getting that, if you're not going to have the surgery, which I think is very valid for a lot of people, is just eat a ton of veggies because it gives you all the fiber you need. And I know it sounds like, oh, it's the same old advice. It's not bland. It is actually a joyful experience. Nothing feels as good as being skinny.
Okay, then you two shut up because you've never been fat. So shut up.
I've been on Weight Watchers my whole life.
You've never been fat. Neither of you.
When I was a kid, I was a chunk. I swear, I'll show you pictures.
Let me give you the snacks.
And I've been on Weight Watchers my whole life. But
I was a chunky
this looks like a little bit of hope here.
There's tons of hope.
Peter Pan outfit at Halloween.
You can have nuts, you can have nut butters. You can't have peanuts because peanuts are too addictive to people.
Inflammation,
And
right?
pickles work because pickles have acetic
Oh, I
acid.
love pickles.
Vinegar works as
I
well. It
love
slows
pickles.
down
Pickles?
sugar absorption. Please have one.
I love pickles.
You can have pumpkin purees. You can have cocoa powder. You can have real dark
Real
chocolate.
peanut butter.
Real, not peanut butter, nut butter.
Nut butter.
that comes from trees. My folks,
Almond
we've
cashew.
tried this out. We road tested this last year on 2.5 million people. This plan works.
Okay.
They can smoke it, they can puff it, but it works.
I don't want you to smoke it or puff it. I just want you to eat healthy. And if you need to, get the vertical gastric sleeve. Thank you, Dr. Oz. I love you. You're an amazing person, and you've helped many. For more information on his 10 rapid weight loss plan, check out the latest issue of his magazine, The Good Life. Members of our audience are going home with that and with a pickle. We'll be right back after this.